Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, welcoming you to my brand new Let's Play for the month of October. And in the spirit of Halloween, we are playing Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. Now, if you were watching my videos this time last year, which I doubt many of you were, because I had really only been Let's Playing for about 2 months at that point, but I played the first Castlevania, which is a difficult game, and this year I figured we'll skip number 2, because, you know, Simon's Quest, it has enough of a reputation as it is, and I'm not a fan of the game by any means. But Castlevania 3 is, in a lot of ways, the true predecessor to the first one. It's very much the same kind of game, and in fact, in this you play as not Simon, but Trevor Belmont, who is an ancestor of Simon's, and this is actually his first adventure in taking on Dracula. It's really kind of cool because you get to go through some of the same levels. In fact, you get to play through the first level of Castlevania 1 about halfway through this game, which is kind of cool. Other cool things about this are the fact that there are forks in the road after you beat levels, and you will get to choose which path that you want to take. And by choosing some of these paths, you will get a partner who will come along with you on your journey. It can be any one of 3 people, and in a strange kind of way, that actually decides like the difficulty of this game, and you'll kind of see what I mean, and I'll mention kind of the difficulty that I attribute to certain characters along the way. This also has the introduction of Alucard, who was Dracula's son, and then, of course, later on in games like Symphony of the Night, you play as Alucard, which is pretty cool, but that is a game that I sadly do not know much about. I do, however, know a little bit about this game. Although I'm by no means awesome at this game, I will probably die quite a bit. But anyhow, so there we go. That's the intro. I didn't read any of it. I'm sure it was amazing. But let's get things going here. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, Konami. So the first thing you're going to see after you hit start is enter your name. Now you might think this is odd because this isn't going to show up at all. It's irrelevant to the rest of the game. But if you do type stuff in like help me, you'll start with 10 lives, and I believe you start with Alucard as your partner already. So that's a big step up. He's definitely a pretty amazing partner to have, although we're not going to be getting him in this Let's Play, unfortunately. I know, so much unhappiness. And, oh wait, that's the back button. Oh, that's what I want. So we'll just put in my name. You can put in other names too to get codes to start with different people, and so on and so forth. You can check them all out in Game Packs if you want. They're there for the waiting, for the looking. So we'll do a nice little prayer, perhaps, before we go off on our most unholy of adventures. Lightning all around us. And there he is, our hero, Trevor, ready to take on Dracula. God, I love the music, man. It really gets you pumped up. Even now. Like, seriously, that's just like, yeah. This is some demon-hunting, vampire-killing music right here, I tell you what. So it's the month of October, and, you know, I've told some people, some of my personal friends, some of the F&S crew, you know, October is the perfect month to actually have an obligation to do a Let's Play of a scary game. I mean, I've seen, like, last summer was the 8-bit summer, where a lot of big-name Let's Players did 8-bit games, and the same thing happened this summer, but with 16-bit games, and I think the only time of the year that you should have an obligation to play any game is during October, because there are so many great survival horror games. They've been around forever. I mean, look at this. Castlevania 3, circa September 1990. I mean, they've been around for a long time, and they're really, really entertaining. And I'd just like to point out the beauty of the stained glass for the Nintendo. I mean, it's pretty awesome looking. I really like this area. It's right in the beginning. Just so cool to look at. I actually really love stained glass. I remember being really young and going to church and just being, like, enthralled by the stained glass. Like, oh, that looks so cool. But anyhow, moving right along. So this game is a lot more difficult than the first. We've got skeletons still throwing bones. So some things, they'll stay the same. But some things will get much different, and this game does get much more difficult. Like, the difficulty of, how would I get that candle way up there? Like, I have no idea how I would get that one. I may be able to hit it with an axe if I had an axe, but even then, I don't know how I would get that this early. I don't think you can. This also has the introduction of the, I guess, flipping land tiles. I don't know what to call them, really. They have a lot of them in Castlevania 4. And oh, let's not forget the Medusa heads, because they're back for sure, and we're going to have plenty of fun with them. I think they're a little larger than they were in Castlevania 1 after looking at them a little bit more so. I'm not positive about that, but it's definitely a possibility. So anyhow, moving right along. Pretty long first level here, longer than the first game at least. We got some zombies, you know, because every game nowadays has to have zombies, but Castlevania 3, they were doing it way before it was cool. So there's the axe right there, and I guess we'll grab that for now. Although, we are going to get a dagger towards the end of this level, and yeah, the dagger is notoriously a worthless item to have, but it's not bad against the first boss, so we'll get that one, Hunchback, boom! If he were to hit you, because that hunchback does suck, you can hit that block there, get a heart, and over here we have our first pork chop of the game. Good old wall pork chops, my favorite, I'll let you know. Only the finest of dining for Trevor Belmont on this quest. Alright, so, let's see, another hunchback. Hunchbacks will always do a little jump first, so that's a good, that's just something to keep in mind, a good chance for you to attack them. Stupid dragon heads. I think they might even take more shots to destroy in this one than they did the first one, but I'm not positive on that, so don't quote me on it. Anyhow, so coming up on the boss here, at least I think we're coming up on the boss here. Jeez, this is levels even longer than I remembered, and I even practiced it last night, but it is only the first level of the game. There's our dagger, as I was saying before. More zombies, so just make sure they don't pop out of the ground and hurt you. Although, this is the first level of the game. It's not supposed to be difficult. And it's the first boss, which is, never difficult. So, you got the jump on me. Take this. And whipping, and whipping, and whipping. Okay, come on over here, then. Generally, I like to stay to the right. Oh, I was just in range of that. Generally, I like to stay to the right. Oh, wow, I can't believe he's missing me. Oh, that was close. Look how close that sword is to me. Yeah. Oh, skin on my teeth in that one. Actually, I really shouldn't have had any problem at all against him. Normally I'll go to the right and stand there and throw daggers at him, and sometimes he won't jump on those blocks, those 2 blocks to the right, and you can just have a field day with him, but, take a hit. Oh well, not a big deal. Moving right along. So we'll get the opportunity now to choose our first fork in the road, which is pretty cool. We can go down into the forest. I feel like I'm on Legends of the Hidden Temple. Down into the dark forest. Or up into the clock tower. And of course I gotta go to the clock tower. I mean, when you think Castlevania, you think the clock tower, right? And this is our first chance to get a partner. And if you don't go this way, you'll miss out on him. And so you might as well have him. I mean, he's definitely useful. It's better than nothing, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So, no, he's a pretty cool guy. But I don't want to tell you anything about him until we get him. So, moving right along up this tower. This tower can be... It's a good introduction to the game, shall I say, because it's difficult, and yet it's not difficult. You're going to realize that the stairs can be your worst enemy in this game. They were pretty rough in the first one, but obviously to use a special power, you have to push up and then the attack button, and sometimes if you're too close to stairs, you'll just end up using going up the stairs, and that can really get you killed more than a few times, so keep that in mind. Otherwise just be aware of where you are. You can stop on the stairs, of course. It kind of just becomes a game of finding the best place to stop on the stairs after a while. But anyhow, so there's a little heart over there, and I guess there's going to be a soldier man over there, and just make this little jump as we make our way up and up. I gotta love the gears still. The gears are just so cool. And speaking of the gears, we got the pendulums now, which the first time I saw this, I remember seeing this when I was really young, and I thought that was just so amazing, because I can't really think of anything quite like it in any Nintendo game. The fact that they have that, that's just awesome programming. I mean, the gears were awesome enough in the very first one, but to have these is just really cool. That they were able to include it in, something, as old as this was, although this was getting close to the end of the Nintendo, or I guess the really innovative time for Nintendo, because Nintendo lasted till, roughly 1994, and this was September of 1990, so, there are a lot of games still coming out, but I think they were pushing the system to its limits at this point. Anyhow, jump on some gears over there, get Mr. Skeleton Man, come here, Skeleton Man, yeah. I'm surprised that you don't get rotated on these gears. I guess that's something that Nintendo could not quite manage, unfortunately. But anyhow, we got the Medusa heads, and please don't let me get hit as many times as I did practicing this against these guys. I got hit so often. It was ridiculous. Seriously ridiculous. No! Oh! There's number 1. Let's count them, shall we? Because I'm sure it's going to happen quite a bit. As long as you don't die, remember, of course, Castlevania, infamous for its throwback. I guess you will. Oh wow, I can't believe I dodged that. You're not the knockback, not throwback necessarily, but once you get hit by a Medusa head, generally you fall pretty far, and it sucks. So, keep that in mind, of course. That's the staple of Nintendo Hard as far as I'm concerned. So here we are, on, I believe this is the last little section of it. Let's just jump over here, grab ourselves a big heart, and oof, I always feel careful in that jump, don't know if I'm gonna get it. Double shot right there. If you have an item. If you don't have an item, I think that's just a 5 heart, like my tea. Anyhow, moving right up to our next area, dual cogs, or gears, whatever you want to call them. I've always just called them gears. Like I said, I don't know when that change occurred, that people just started calling them, cogs so much. I think it's a regional thing, or, I don't know, completely foreign, something like that. Whoa, whoa, dodge that guy. Oh, man. Oh, I think I got a sneeze, too. That's not good. That's not good for any Let's Play. I'll just try to push it back. Whoa, that was dangerous. Up here, and no! Whoa, no! Oh, double whoa-ho-hos! Yes! Damn, that was... Oh, gosh, I'm getting lucky here. Okay, there's a pork chop in the wall. I didn't really even mean to show that off, because I didn't even know it was there, but... Throw some daggers at this guy. Yeah, daggers not as powerful. Took 3 there versus 2 shots from my whip. But right here, thank goodness they give you a pork chop right there, because right here we got the boss of the area. This weird-looking hunchback dude, who also throws his own daggers. Oh no, he's coming at me! Oh, wow, I thought I dodged him for a second there. What? You're supposed to be, like, doing other stuff, crazy hunchback dude. Alright, good. Alright, this is a good area to be at. No! Jeez! Yes! Oh, that was way too close. Sorry for the silence there. That should not have been that difficult. Oh, wow. Talk about, like, in Mega Man 1, the first episode of that I called Shaking Off the Rust. Oh, this isn't shaking off the rust. This is just me not being very good at this game, to be honest. Anyhow, he transforms into somebody else. What's this all about here? Whoa, 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 the game's getting spooky. What the hell was that? My name is Grant. I dreamed I was turned into a ghost. Please take me with you. My family was killed by Dracula. What will you do? Take him with you, or leave him behind? Well, we'll take him with us, of course. That's just the nice thing to do. I can help you a lot, because I am very fast. And that he is. Very fast, but low attack power. So, keep that in mind. Whoa! Why is it being spooky like that? It's kind of glitchy up there in the top left. Okay, whatever. Anyhow, we take care of that. We tried to get to Dracula's castle from that way, but the bridge is out. Go figure, right? So we've got to go all the way back down the clock tower, but this is a good chance to get to know Grant and what he is capable of. Let me show you really quick if I might demonstrate. What you do with him is you jump and hold a button on the directional pad, and now I can let go of the jump. But this is kind of tough to make your way around different parts. Like, I should be able to do this better than I'm doing it. As you can see, he can climb up walls and stuff. Wow, I'm doing really bad at this. Anyhow, I think I'll save that for next time, actually. Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. This has been the Johnny Cage. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you have not. I'm going to practice Grant a little bit so I don't look so terrible when I'm trying to use him next time. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to all of you awesome people tomorrow.